Have you ever found yourself caught in a whirlwind of thoughts, trying to decipher whether someone truly has feelings for you? Maybe you've spent countless hours analyzing his every move, every word, replaying conversations in your mind like a detective searching for clues. And yet, despite your efforts, you're left second, guessing, wondering if the signs you're seeing are enough to hold on to. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. The truth is, the most profounds of affection are rarely loud or obvious. They don't come with grand fanfare or dramatic declarations. Instead, they're quiet, subtle, woven into the fabric of everyday moments so seamlessly that we often miss them unless we know what to look for. We've been conditioned to expect sweeping romantic gestures, love letters, over-the-top confessions, grand displays of devotion. Thanks to movies, books, and society's portrayal of ideal love. But real connection, it's rarely that theatrical. Most men express their feelings in ways that are understated, nuanced, and sometimes so quiet they're easy to overlook. They communicate through actions, through the spaces between words, through the small, seemingly insignificant things that speak volumes when you pay attention. So if you're here wondering if the man thinking about is truly into you, let me tell you this. The answers you're searching for aren't in the obvious. They're hidden in the details, the ones most women dismiss because they don't fit the traditional mold of romance. The quiet language of affection, real love doesn't always scream. Sometimes it whispers. Think about the way he leans in slightly when you speak, as if hanging onto every word, or how he remembers that offhand comment you made weeks ago, the one you barely recall saying. Notice how his body language shifts when you're near, how his laughter comes easier, his guard lowers just a fraction. These aren't just polite gestures. They're unconscious signals, a silent language that says, "You matter to me." Society often teaches men to equate vulnerability with weakness, so many learn to express care directly through acts of service, through consistency, through the effort they put into simply being there. They may never say, "I'm falling for you," but they'll show you in 100 little ways. The first hidden sign, he acts differently around you. Men are creatures of habit, but when they're drawn to someone, those habits shift. You might notice he's more attentive when you're together. His phone stays in his pocket. His focus is entirely on you. Or perhaps he's softer around the edges, more patient, more willing to engage in conversations that go beyond surface level small talk. There's a psychological principle at play here. We unconsciously alter our behavior around people who stir something in us. If he's more considerate, more present, or even slightly nervous in your presence, it's because your opinion of carries weight. He's not just spending time with you, he's investing in you. But here's the catch. These changes are often so subtle, they're easy to dismiss. You might brush it off as he's just being nice, or that's how he is with everyone. The key difference, consistency, but only with you. If he goes out of his way to hold the door, offer his jacket, or remember your coffee order, pay attention. These aren't random acts of kindness. They're quiet tests, his way of gauging your reactions while silently saying, I want to be someone you can rely on. The second sign he initiates consistently, a man who's genuinely interested won't leave you guessing. He'll reach out. If he's always the first to text, the one to suggest plans, or the person who checks in, just because it's not coincidence, it's intentional. He's ensuring you stay on his radar, and more importantly, that he stays on yours. From a psychological standpoint, initiation is one of the clearest indicators of interest. People don't consistently pursue someone unless they feel a deeper pull. When a man is into you, he won't wait for you to make the first move. He'll create opportunities to connect because the thought losing momentum is worse than the fear of rejection. And here's what's fascinating. Many men express affection through this consistency. He may never say, I miss you, but if he's the one bridging the distance between you with calls, texts, or random memes that made him think of you, that's his version of wearing his heart on his sleeve. The third sign, he remembers the little things. Memory is tied to emotional significance. We remember what and who matters to us. So when he brings up that obscure band you mentioned once, or asks how your big presentation went weeks later, it's not just good listening skills. It's proof you've been on his line after the conversation ended. These small acts of retention are emotional breadcrumbs. They show he's not just hearing you, he's listening. And in a world where everyone wants to talk, but few truly listen, that's one of the most powerful compliments he can give. The fourth sign, he prioritizes you. Time is the most valuable currency we have. Where we invest it reveals our true priorities. A man who rearranges his schedule to see you, who shows up when you need him, or who sacrifices personal time just to keep the connection alive. That's not just interest. That's commitment in motion. He might not say, "You're important to me," but if he's canceling plans with friends to be your plus one, or driving across town to bring you soup when you're sick, his actions are writing a love letter you can't ignore. The fifth sign, he shares his vulnerabilities. For many men, vulnerability is the final frontier of trust. If he opens up about his fears, his past struggles, or his dreams for the future, he's not just making conversation. He's handing you pieces of himself, trusting you to hold them carefully. This is his way of saying, "I feel safe with you." And that's one of the rarest gifts a man can give. The sixth sign, he supports you. Even when it's hard, the love isn't just about celebrating the good times. It's about standing firm during the storms. If he's the first to offer help when you're overwhelmed, or with the one who stays up late listening to your worries without judgment, he's not just being a good friend. He's proving he's someone you can build a life with, because he's already building it beside you, one supportive act at a time. The seventh sign, he talks about the future. With you in it, when a man sees you as part of his life long term, he'll subconsciously or consciously weave you into his plans. Whether it's joking about future vacations, asking your opinion on where he should buy a home, or even something as simple as, "We should try that restaurant next month." These aren't throwaway comments. They're the quiet confirmations, "I'm not going anywhere." The truth about his feelings, at the end of the day, love isn't about decoding mixed signals or waiting for a dramatic confession. It's about patterns. A man who's genuinely into you won't leave you questioning. He'll show up consistently and intentionally in ways that leave no room for doubt. So instead of asking, "Does he like me?" ask yourself, "Do I feel valued? Do I feel seen? Do I feel like a priority, not an option?" The answer's already there. In the way he looks at you when you're not watching, in the effort he puts into the little things, in the quiet, unwavering certainty of his presence. And if you're still unsure, look down. His hands will tell you what his words haven't. Because the truth is, When a man loves you, you'll know. When he doesn't, you'll be left wondering. And you deserve someone who makes sure you never have to wonder